Good morning, everybody. It's Kenesabowe here with another video. I wanted to come up here and to encourage you guys today. Something was crossing my spirit this morning, and God was reminding me, like, don't get upset about your enemies. Don't get too caught up or too stuck on the betrayal. Because remember, if it wasn't for Judas, Jesus would not have fulfilled his assignment here on earth. Jesus needed Judas to do what he did. He needed him to betray him for, silver, in order for, his assignment to be fulfilled here on earth. So we have to remember, we have to be at peace with the betrayal and our Judases. Because just like in so many stories in the Bible, if it wasn't for our Judases or the betrayal, God would not have gotten us to the place that he needed us to be. God would not have gotten them to the place they need to be. Just like in Joseph's story. Y'all know I love Joseph. Joseph's brothers betraying him. They needed to do that. They needed to sell him off into slavery in order for Joseph to go through what he needed to go through to get, into slavery, to get to Potiphar's house, and for Potiphar's wife to betray him, to get thrown into the prison, and for Pharaoh to have a dream, and for him to decipher the dream and become second in command. Had it not been for his brother's betrayal and for Potiphar's wife's betrayal, Joseph would not have made it to his destiny. So they were needed in his story. Okay, so we got to remember that they're needed in your story. Your enemies are needed in your story. Thank God for your enemies. Thank God for the betrayal, because if it wasn't for the betrayal, you would not be who you are today. You would not be fulfilling or sitting in your assignment. You would not be fulfilling the assignment that God has placed on your life. Just like the king and Vashti. Had it not been for Vashti being disobedient to the king's commands, Esther would not have even been able to become the queen and to be able to sit on the throne and to fulfill her assignment. So I'm sure Esther thanks God for Vashti, because of her disobedience. She was moved out and Esther was moved in to be the queen, to sit on the throne, to fulfill her assignment. So we cannot discount our enemies because God's plan is always greater than what we can see in that moment. A lot of times when we're going through the betrayal, it seems heavy and it hurts and it's painful. And we're like, God, why me? Or why am I going through this? And, and sometimes we can get stuck in the betrayal. But hear me today, do not get stuck in the betrayal, because after a while, you will see why it had to happen. You will see why it needed to take place. You will see the plans that God has for you because of that betrayal. That betrayal is to teach you something, is to strengthen you, is to move you to the place that you need to be to fulfill your kingdom assignment here on earth. So I just wanted to encourage you today, do not despise your enemies. Pray for them and thank God for them. Thank God for the betrayal, even though it hurts, even though it felt messy and it hurt and it was painful. However, after a while, after you've healed, God will start to make things clear for you, so that you can see and understand why it needed to take place, why it had to happen. Because God says he has greater for you. There is so much more in store for you than what you lost. That betrayal was just a launching pad to something greater for your life. God has so much more in store. He loves you, and he will not leave you, nor will he forsaken you. He is always there, even through the hard times. He's seeing you through and guiding you through to where you need to be. That's all I have today, guys. I just wanted to encourage you and give you that word. It was on my heart and spirit so heavy, and I wanted to release that to you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, liking. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a video, and I'll be back with more. Bye.